So we're live. All right, y'all. I was over on TikTok and I was showing some things over there. Y'all need to, if you're on TikTok, after lives, I always stay on TikTok a little bit longer. So y'all make sure y'all go and follow me over on TikTok because I think they've learned a lot of great stuff over there in, since we last ended our last live. So over there showing a couple things. But someone over there was asking about essentials and whether or not what I was showing them was covered in Essentials at Silhouette Studio. So I said, you know what? Let's just do, I was about to break it down for them as well. And I said, you know what? Let's just go live and I'll break it down because there might be someone who's new to my platform and don't really know all of the benefits of Essentials at Silhouette Studio. So, hey, let's have at it. Let's talk about what's in my Essentials at Silhouette Studio course, okay? So the Essentials at Silhouette Studio is on our website. It's 8365. It is a 30-day training where I, Shakia the professor, it is taught by me, who is the guru, the expert, probably better than Silhouette America themselves at this software and can point out things that most people cannot. And so I did this in March. It was done. It was conducted in March 2022, live in front of a live Zoom audience. And you actually have the best part of it now because you can watch it at your own pace. You don't have to wait in anticipation for the next class and the next class and the next class. You can go right to the next one if you want to spend a whole day, a whole weekend going through the modules. I mean, if you go and you want to binge watch, you can probably get through all of them with the practices within a week. You don't have to wait the 30 days. If there's a certain part of it you want to jump to, like, man, I really need to learn. I think I know a little bit about something about Silhouette Studio, but I really need to master these edit points. You can jump to edit points. I really want to master tracing. You can jump to the tracing day. So now you have the best. A lot of people are asking me, when are you going to do this live again? And I'm telling you, I'm not going to do this live again anytime soon because nothing has changed. This training has everything that you need. A lot of you say you want the live classes, but then life happens for you. So you're going to sign up. We have 30 days. What happens when you miss a day anyway? Guess what? You're still watching a playback of it. So it's not something that I plan to do live anytime soon, but I have a lot of other live classes coming up, but the essentials just won't be done live anytime soon. Okay. So let's break down what's in here. If you're jumping on Facebook and YouTube, you can go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, hit that share button. You share it out to my groups as well. I didn't get a chance to share it out, but hit the share button, share it to share it to Honestly Speaking, share it to Learn with the Professor, share it to your groups. Okay. So let's break it down. Day 1. It is features and benefits of the upgrades. I go through, and the way Business Edition is now, you can filter through, or you can toggle through, not filter, you can toggle through free version all the way up to business. So I do that. I go through each one and I show what is included in the free, the designer plus business. Like, what are the key features of each one? We break all that down. What are the pros and cons of these? How can these additional features help you? Like for me, one of my all-time favorite features is the center of rotation. I showed that in a video earlier today when I did the spider web, how if you don't have it, how many times you have to turn it and adjust it. But if you have that center of rotation, being able to anchor it and move it, it's well worth it to get the upgrade. Use my link if you want to upgrade to designer or business edition. So all of those features, we go through that, and it's strategically on the first day so that as we got ready to go through everything else, you knew if you wanted to purchase the upgrade or not. Then we have day 2, where we go over preferences, shortcuts, how to save. So do I a link for the upgrade? Yes. So if you want, once you get the base program, you go on our website, and right here where it says Business Edition, you can get it there. Or if you click the ink in my bio, you will see where it says business edition. You can click on that. It's basically the same link that's here. And then you can purchase it for $50. $50 goes from free to business. If you already have designer edition, you want to get the designer to business edition upgrade. Don't get the straight to business upgrade. Okay. And so that gives me credit for that purchase. Okay. All right. So preferences and shortcuts and how to save. So what is the difference in saving to your hard drive? What does that mean? You know, what is it to save to your library? What do you want to save to your library? I'm actually about to do an updated one on that because you can utilize your silhouette library almost like your own personal like Canva. And, you know, when you get certain elements, being able to categorize them in your silhouette library so that you can easily find them and pull them in and start projects. But I never save finished designs to my library. I only save elements. That's it. So how to properly save, about shortcuts. I'm a keyboard shortcut junkie. I show you how learning them can be helpful for you to speed up how you design, you know, compared to like scrolling and looking for things like that. Then you have day 3, program layout. So with that, we go through what's on the left side, what's on the right side. If you did like I did, like I can't see half the time. So I made all of my icons bigger. So for me, hold on. It's not for y'all. I'm moving it for TikTok. I'm moving something for TikTok folk. Whoa. Oh, damn it. My whole ring light fell. So for me, I have like a fly out right here for the rest of my tools because I have bigger icons. I teach. I want people to be able to see the icons. And it also helps with my eyes for people to be able to see it. So I have my fly out. But if you go to preferences and you change it, all of your icons become a whole lot smaller. Your icons become smaller and you'll see all of them, but they're just smaller. It's in preferences where you change it. So day 3 pretty much picks up from like preferences, but I go over the program layout. I show you what happens when you see now nothing selected, what my top bar looks like. If I have one thing selected, if I have just text selected, how does that change the top bar compared to like clicking on here? So you'll see all of that in the program layout. Give me 1 second. Uh-oh, what just happened? Oh, okay. One moment. I don't like the numbers over there, so we're going to share this out. Not liking the numbers I'm seeing right now, so let's share it out. And it might be because of how I did it from StreamYard. So let me just do this myself. All right, there we go. So just had to share this out in a few places. All right, so day 4, design page setup and registration mark. So if you're someone that wants to use it for print and cut, you definitely need the registration mark part. But the design page setup, I break down, you know, if you have Like if you're not using a Cameo machine, what does it, look like when you go to just setting it to machine none, and how that opens up so many more like page sizes, and what is it for, your print border, your cut border, all that kind of stuff. So that's all on that day. These classes are strategically broken up because, like I said, it was over 30 days. These sessions were at 11 a.m. I didn't want to take up too much of people's time. They can watch like their lunch break and things like that. So that's why it's broken up into several days, so that it wasn't like 6 hours and I'm starting on like 11 o'clock in the morning. And yeah, I know it's not sending out notifications. I have no idea why. And then all of that prepares you now for like the good stuff. Every day is strategically scheduled, right? All of the weekend days were, because we started at 12 noon, it was so that I think all the weekend, I think it was like 1 o'clock. These were the times where we stayed on for a little bit longer. You guys, whoever was live was able to share their screens, if they had questions and stuff like that. So I strategically put certain like the key days and key topics on the weekend. So does this course go in this is where you should start, this is where you should end? No. I strategically did it where it was to give you the meat and potatoes on the weekend. Okay. I know I said I wasn't going to. Y'all come right back, find me. I'm going to end it and then come right back. I mean, it's not saved for you guys anyway on TikTok. I'm going to end this one and come back just so that it can refresh a lot, because I think it's starting to affect the distribution over here as well, because I've been on here too long. So I'll be right back. Y'all come find me again. Just make sure you follow me, and I'm going to end up being right back. Okay. Okay. So I had to reset that one. Let me just reset all the way around. Just needed to reset all the way around because it was affecting the distribution of this. All right, there we go. All right, let's get back into this. What I am doing now, if you're just kind of coming on, because I just reset the live recording, I am going over what all is included in the 30-day training. I get asked this quite often when I'm like demonstrating certain things. Is this in your 30-day training? Will I learn this? Will I learn that? My 30-day training, when you go to the you look at what's there, like the thumbnails, it tells you exactly what you're going to learn. So there is no kind of guesswork in what the topics are. Okay. I'd already started breaking this down. We are now on like day 5 and day 6. Day 5 is your modify panel. So that's your subtract all, your crop, your weld, your compound paths, all that. Everyone always says, I can't understand compound paths. I can't understand compound paths. Well, guess what? This is what you need, because I break that down and kind of give you an idea of what's its basic use and function. Now, it'll come into play in a bunch of different ways, but it breaks down compound path. Day 7, which is like, now we're on the Monday again, it was the weld and divide. They are the ones that like, okay, they're really, really easy to go through. Subtract, compound path, subtract all, like those are the ones that take a little bit more time. So we're still on modified tools on day 7, but it's the easier of the modified tools, weld and divide. Okay. And then we have day 8, where it's the basics of text. So understanding how to start text, how to initiate text, how to change your text. Can you mix and match text in the same string? How to color in text, just like, spacing it, adjusting the lines and the character spacing, all that kind of good jazz. Then we go over text to path. So now you can put it on a curved surface. You can take a picture of, we just did the gnome. So like, let's say over here, I wanted to move these, but I wanted some text to go around the gnome. So we're going to go here. We're going to go shop HS Inc. 365.com. I'm going to make that pink. We're going to shrink it down. And I technically can double click on this, grab this white circle, and I can bring it to the edge of the gnome. I'm going to push it out some, so it's not like right up on it. And then I can change my character spacing so it's not all bunched up. Or I can move it around. So that's what text, like the text to path day, that's what that is. What software is this? This is Silhouette Studio. It is the program that you use to control the Cameo machines, but you can use it as a standalone graphic designing software. So text to path is that day. And then we do cropping to text. So when you see things like images cropped to text, now a lot of people are about to prepare for graduation or even Christmas time. And let's say you want to spell out family or Christmas or Thanksgiving, and you want to put family pictures in there. That's where cropping to text comes in. And I show you you get a worksheet with a lot of different images on it. Because I did this in March, a lot of them are graduation related because of the time frame when I did it, preparing for graduation season. But I gave you a lot of images and explain like moving them around, how to know where to crop to so that you're not cropping off someone's nose, how to scale it up, how to rotate it. So we went through all of that, and you actually have a worksheet where you can follow along with me. And you also have some homework assignments where you can try some of them yourself. I was trying to get to it, but I don't know. I think so. I don't know, it's acting crazy. But that's what day 8 is. I'm sorry, day 9 is. I'm sorry, wrong one. Day 10, cropping to text. I have some videos on that, but that one really, really breaks down a lot of things. Like if you want to put a border on it, it's a lot of great information in that one, especially prepping for grad season. Your fill tool and your gradients. Well, how does that work? How do you add colors to it? How do you sample colors? How do you create your own gradient or ombre effects? There's a lot of great information in there with creating your own variations of colors and how to do that with your transparency tool, and then sample those to make a true gradient. That day is also like a really, really great one for designing and filling in with color. Then on the weekend, first week, the second weekend, we really got into it, and it was tracing. We just went through tracing applies. I mean, everyone needs tracing. We were just doing the video, or I was on TikTok, and that's kind of where we came in, like where I was showing. I said, okay, let me talk about what the 30-day training is, because someone was asking about eco solvent because they have a roll-in. Well, you're going to have to know how to trace. Well, when do you do a regular trace? When do you do a trace and detach? I shared with them something like about this. Like, I never trace and detach text. I'm always going to trace text that have solid colors. Never do I do trace and detach on text that's solid colors. It's always going to be a regular trace, and I'm going to fill it in with color. So knowing which one to do when, how to adjust your thresholds to get the best color. Is it going to be times when you have to trace part of it and then do another part so that you get the best results? All of that takes place on day 12 and day 13. It's all about tracing on those days. Okay. So basics of tracing and then tracing detach, you get, man, I think it's like 5 or 6 different worksheets. No, 4 different worksheets or something like that when it comes to trace and detach or tracing. And then we have line and shape tools. You would be, again, amazed at what you can do with the line and shape tool. I just did a course on text effects where it takes that day to the next level in creating amazing text effects, bubble effects, shadows, inlays, and stuff like that. So that is the line and shape tool, and how you can change the color. So line, color, and style, that's what that one is. Change the color, transparencies. When you have designer edition or business edition, you have extra features in there. I show you a little bit about how you can use those features, and all that kind of good jazz. Day 6 is alignment, and especially when you're creating text designs. I just posted what I was showing you guys, which I was actually supposed to do a different video. Hold on, let me find this. Let me find my post real quick. And where is, okay, for those who wonder if I still do HTV. When I was showing this, when I was showing me putting the vinyl down, I was talking about the alignment and stuff like that. So when you want balanced designs, you need to understand alignment and how that works. So that's a day to like understand, like lining your numbers up, spacing, like the word senior, getting everything to where it has a nice center point. You always come back to that. Some people won't use it. They'll just kind of arrange it, and it's like, okay, it'll, wherever it sits is where it sits, and that's okay. That's kind of how you roll. I'm one where I like my designs to be a little balanced, so I'm always using my alignment tools. So something like this, when we did the boot, I didn't really use alignments as far as aligning to the top and bottom. The design I did earlier today, but if I really, really like, when I go back in there, I'm going to end up using my alignment tools. But it's just to create balance for your designs. All right. So that's that day. Replicate, basics, and then advance. So your basics is really just kind of going over if you do a row of 2, a row of 3, a row of 4, column of 3, column of 4. Your mirror, you kind of saw that a little bit earlier today where I did the spider webs. Let's just go over here, open recent, the Boo Crew live. All of my bookmark tassels, let me move those out of the way. They can be a distraction. Okay, so learning things like, if you did not know your replicate tool was there to mirror to the bottom, right? So we want this mirrored. You can go and just go mirror to the bottom, mirror to the top, right, left. If not, then you would end up duplicating, flipping vertically, and then moving it, where a lot of people don't know that there is a button that you can click and it's just going to mirror it for you. I'm going to kind of go back real quick here in case you missed that live video earlier. Like I said, one of my favorite tools ever, which is center of rotation. Pulling that up here. This is one of the perks of having designer and or business edition. So we're going to put that right here, put that at the center point there. And then we're going to rotate this up to where it creates, it's right on top of each other. And then I can take it and weld it. If you don't have that, it becomes a lot with arranging it and rotating it and getting it to line up. Okay, there we go. Uh, so that's that one. Where are we? Let's go here. And then your replicate advanced, that is where you can create 3D images, the designs where it kind of like it repeats like the old school like 80s type designs and it repeats. You learn how to do that with your replicate, how to make something go around an image. So let's say I wanted my spider webs to go around here. I'm going to do that and let's replicate. Let's center and then group. All right, I'm going to go over to my replicate advanced tools and I'm going to go 1 and let's just say 10 degrees replicate. Okay, nope, I don't want it there. Let's go 25 replicate. All right, I could deal with that one. Probably could have went with 20. And then I'm just going to go 15. Okay, I did way too many. So let's go 9. Right. And then 1, replicate, replicate, replicate. Yeah, that's why I probably should have did 20. But you can make that go around that like that. If I change this to 20, and then let's go 12. Yeah, see, it wasn't 20. Let's see, 22. It's not 25, 24.5. Ooh, perfect. Oh, it's off by a little bit. But you can do stuff like that. We're going to make it go that you can do with the replicate advance. And then we go through edit points. Again, weekend days, so you can dedicate to it. You get a couple of worksheets to practice going around with your edit points, learning when to leave it as a smooth, turn it into a corner, when to flatten something, taking text and recreating one text, like creating words or letters from something else, changing it, adjusting it, extending stuff. All that is with your edit points. So we had 2 amazing days of edit points. And then so that's that one. And then day 21, we did offsets. Again, that's like your shadows that helps with the 3D effects and like repeated effects, image effects. So if you don't know, you can change the colors. Image effects is going to be very important for the next switch up class that we're doing. So with your image effects, you have a lot of different things here, such as taking something and making it grayscale. So if you are creating mockups, when I'm creating mockups or I'm creating certain things like for our website, I want to put my logo on there and make it a watermark. It's already colored. I'm going to click on that and I'm going to make it gray. Come on. Okay, now come on now. I'm going to gray it out to make it where it's black and white. And then I can adjust my transparency to where it becomes like a watermark. So that's essential for your business. You don't have to use Silhouette Studio like because you are a designer. If you are someone who wants to be able to take control over your actual business, your brand, you want to be able to create your watermarks, create your logo, create watermarks, create thumbnails for your website, create banners for your Facebook, for your YouTube. You don't have to use it to sublimate or make stickers or eco solvent. I have a course that's called Complement Your Small Business. You want to create things, promotional stuff for your business, create the flyers for your business, create scratch cards for your business, thank you cards, whatever it is. You can do all of that in Soy Studio. It's a program that you can use. It's a little less of a learning curve than like your Photoshop and your Illustrator, and you're able to create those elements for your business. It doesn't have to be because you're creating the user, like the end user product with the software or with the machines. I have students that have candle businesses, the soaps, and what they do is they design their labels here, and they're not using it to create for anyone else. They're designing the labels for their candles, their soap, their hair bow, their cheer bows, and stuff like that, and creating all of their branding stuff right with Silhouette Studio. So you don't have to create the end product with the software or the machines. I'm going to cancel that. And then you can go over to the next one, Colorize. And that allows you to change the color of certain things. So although this was pink, I mean, yes, their nose and stuff changes, which we're going to go over that in the switch up part 2. But if I wanted to make this for lupus, I could make them purple, or if I can make them blue. So there are ways where you can go in and change the color. You can change the saturation of it. So we're going to take this up. So we're going to take some of that down, or you can make it super, super bright. Brightness, you can change the gamma. You can invert it. Inverting helps with sometimes tracing. You can make it where it's like the old school picture. You can add your own colors. You can add shadows. So we go over image effects on that day. And there's a lot to image effects. Then we go over rhinestones. For rhinestones, you do have to have Designer Edition, Designer Plus, or Business. So if you only have the free version, that day didn't really apply to you. Then I do show the differences between an SVG and a Dxf file and how those come in, and how you're going to have to know a lot of those other things that we taught, like compound paths and subtracting, or grouping, because with a Dxf file, nothing is going to be filled in for you. You're going to have to go back to, bring it back to your remembrance about filling things in with color and stuff like that, because there is a difference between SVG files and Dxf files. And then we get into some designing. So I show a lot of designs and how you can do certain things in there. Some of them were not necessarily, okay, you were doing it with me and there was a worksheet for it. I was simply showing how to now pull these together. And it was more of just like a kind of learning thing. And they still took a lot of notes. Then we did work on templates on day 27. So how to create your own templates, whether you are scanning it and then knowing how to properly trace it, or if you're going to measure it and then make your template. We learned that on day 27. And then after that, it was a lot more of just hands-on designing, Q&A, review sessions, and stuff like that. Okay. So all of that, you learn all of that in this 30-day training. Do you have to take 30 days? No. However much time you need is what you can take. You might want to go and breeze through this in a week, because you're going to binge watch and you're going to take all these notes. I have one person who said they watched it to know what the content was. They did not try to follow along. They watched it to learn. They watched it to take notes. And then the second time they went through, then they attempted what I was doing. So everyone has different ways of learning and how they're going to utilize this particular course, or training, should I say, because I was told it was training. There's so many ways that you can approach it. I just provide the information for you, and you decide on how you want to approach applying that knowledge. She says, I'm taking your class now and I am so grateful. Thank you. Hope you post your progress. Hey, Jesse. All right. Like I said, it's 8365, and you're going to get all of that. There are tons and tons and tons. I can come over here. Let's go to Academy. Or is it up here? No, it should be in Academy. I'm tripping. It should be down here. Okay, yeah. So tracing worksheets, edit point worksheets, how to select things. There's worksheets for that. So 30-day coloring book tracing worksheet. Um, there is the butterfly worksheet, the cropping worksheet, the subtract worksheet, the weld and divide worksheet, cropping to text images. So you get a lot of worksheets with it. How do you make business cards? You make a box that is 3.5 by 2, and then you fill it in with whatever information needs to go in it. So if you're adding pictures, if you're adding just text, like you decide, that part as far as what goes in there. Are you cropping? Are you cropping things down to it? Do you want to make borders? It's endless. What I would, if you're wanting to practice making business cards, what you can do is go to a site like Vistaprint. And let's go to business cards. And let's say premium. All right, even though it says it's not really much to it. Something like this, right? How do you even start? If this is the kind of like you wanted this, but you like the fact that there was a line to it and like all that stuff, but how do you kind of create your own? So once you kind of know the tools and how they work, then it's like, okay, so that is a 3.5 by 2. Oh, yeah, I was right. Was it 3 by 2.5? One of those. And so I feel weird now because I feel like that's not the right size. Hold on. It is. Oh, I feel like that's wrong. Oh, no, I was right. It just looks weird on there. 3.5 by 2. I'm like, it looks weird on screen. It looked longer than what I was anticipating. So now we're going to have this here. I'm just going to make this a color background. I can duplicate, pull this down, make it a solid color. Or if I knew I wanted this piece to be exactly 5 inches in height, I mean a half an inch, so I'm going to make it 0.5, but it may not line up with the bottom, which it actually does not. See, it's over some. So that's where your align tools will come in at, where you're going to select it and you're going to go to your align tools and you're going to align it to the bottom and align it to the left so that it sits right there. And then now you can start adding your text and everything else to it. Let's see a different one. For these to be premium, these designs show enough are blah. Okay, I kind of like, let's just say something like this. You have a box here, right? Even this one where it is the box at the top, you have this and you have like a little graphics here on the side. Any of those. I might pull this up. I'm going to do a rectangle here. Using my center of rotation to line that up like right there. I'm going to do an offset, make that a corner point, make my lines come in smaller, apply, hold down shift, select that first one, fill that in with color, make it a compound path. So now I kind of have that box that's in the middle. You have to know the tools to create a business card. All you have to do is just know the size. And from the size, you can go from there and add or all sorts of things. If I wanted to add that gnome to a business card, I'm going to click here. I mean, come on. Okay. Oh, let's double click you. Take you off. All right, now you're tripping, so y'all don't even have a lot of stuff open. Why are you acting all crazy? Oh, come on. I ain't got time for this. All right, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know why it's acting this slow. Because there's literally nothing open. Huh? Yeah. Oh, that one's no, that's not on. Oh, it's coming down. I'm leaving too. It's Monday. So I'm leaving too because it's Monday. All right, let's just take these because I don't know what's going on with the gnome. So we're going to copy and we're going to come over here. We're going to paste it. I'm going to make these smaller. So let's say print out. Yeah. Oh. And I have a coffee shop. I'm wanting to use this. So I'm going to put this over here in the corner and I want to crop that down. I'm going to take this, duplicate it, remove the color, hold down shift, select that and crop. Boom, that's in the corner. And now let's use this to sample some colors. So we'll make this the darker pink. We'll make down here, maybe the lighter pink. We'll make this, let's see, that pink. We're going to take this and maybe make it smaller and put it here. So how you're designing your logo, how you're designing your business card would be totally and completely up to you in how you design that. You just have to know where you want to put stuff at. But it all starts with learning to use the software. And that's where this course comes in. All right. It is the 30-day training. It's on our website, shop.hsinc365.com. You can click the link in the bio and you'll see the direct one. It'll take you to our link tree and it will be there. That's everything that's included in it. I lay out for you what you're going to learn. There is no real guesswork to it and trying to figure out what is what. All right. Hold on one second. All right, I should have known better than to answer that. But anywho, we're about to wrap up and leave. Monday is our short day. When we go pick up the kids on Monday, I goes home. So I'm about to leave the office, but hopefully that answers your question, Candy Customs Creations, about creating a business card. We do have one that's called Compliment Your Small Business, where we kind of go over a couple different variations and different ideas, how to do a landscape card. If you're wanting to do a card where it's like a contour cut and you want it to be in a certain shape, we go over that as far as doing printing cuts. So the Compliment Your Small Business, you definitely learn. Oh, you came over here. I noticed your icon. So you came over here. Awesome. All right. White lines on some cuts. Ooh, Crazy Crafts Creations 2.0. We talked about that on, right before I went live to do this. That was one of the things that we were discussing as far as why you might see white lines. And it's probably because of how you traced it. And you may end up having to do edit points to get a cleaner cut. It could be if you have a clean cut, It could be your cut settings, and that's where my out of the box class comes in, because that's when I go over like cut settings and how to determine the ideal cut settings and stuff like that. So it can be a number of things as to why you have white lines on some of your print and cuts. She says, I did. I'm on your site now, making my purchase. Awesome. You have access to an exclusive group. So, when you get into the group, just tag me and say hi. That's where you can post questions, post your progress. You can post questions on the actual video. So if you're watching and it's like, man, I'm missing something, post a question, post the timestamp so that I know exactly where to go to and I can walk you through it. So you have a lot of support. In taking the course. You're not left to your own vices in taking the course. There is a lot of support afterwards, okay? Any other questions for me? And with this, like I said, it doesn't matter if you are doing eco solvent, sublimation, you can set your files up for DTF. My sister does it all the time. My sister uses Silhouette Studio, and she sends her DTF prints to Florida Flex. She sets them up in Silhouette Studio, and then she saves them. She sends it to them. She saves it as a PDF file, and they're able to use that to put it in their software and do whatever. So you can use it if you're submitting for DTF transfers, if you're wanting to create just digital things for online, if you want to get into selling files on Etsy, on your website, to be able to become a creator on Creative Fabrica, you can do that. It's a starting point. There are going to be times where you have to move on or just include other softwares. I use Photoshop. I use Illustrator. For my rolling, I have to know how to use Silhouette and Illustrator to create my spot colors for my cut lines. But Silhouette Studio is a really good foundational program without a lot of the things that can be distracting and overwhelming when you're looking at all of those tools. I mean, it does have a learning curve because you are graphic designing. It's not something that you're going to learn overnight. YouTube can be great for you, but a lot of the times YouTube is just showing you a process and it's not someone actually teaching you graphic designing and teaching you step by step. Some of you guys want to do things that people go to school years and years and years for in a graphic designing program. If you go to school for graphic designing, you don't just jump into creating animation. They're going to start you at what I teach in Essential Silhouette Studio, understanding the tools, understanding basic concepts that may not make any sense, and you're not creating a final product, but it's teaching you and it's building and building and building. My platform is built the same way you would learn in a college setting, to where you're going to get the foundation and then you're going to build up the proper way. Okay. I'm about to ask for all of your courses for Christmas. Hey, I told y'all that. Tell your family, look, go over here, just get me this course, or just tell them to get you a gift card. Tell them which ones you want. Just tell them to get you a couple gift cards, because you want to buy them yourself so that it's under your email address and it's on your dashboard. If they go buy it, it's going to be under their name, and I can't be going through trying to switch out a bunch of classes. Tell them, go ahead, get you a little gift card. Go, I'm going to actually we're actually changing. The site is actually going to change pretty soon here. But if you go gift card, oh, wait a minute. There we go. Gift cards. Boom. Look. So here they can get whatever they want. So from 10 up to $100. I even had somebody for his birthday. He wanted a gift card on our site. So I had to take the picture down, but there were certain things that he wanted. So it says, celebrate and honor Love Montgomery for his 35th birthday with a gift card to one of his favorite places to shop, HS Inc. 365. Love is passionate about his business, and if you can think it, he can get it done. This gift will help him continue to get it done. So he contacted me and he wanted a gift card. I ended up having to take the gift card picture off because he wasn't supposed to see that, and I didn't know the image that I used. But I've had people contact me because they want to cut, like, look, my birthday gift, go get my custom gift card that's for my birthday gift. So we do that as well over here at HS Inc. You can put that request in and we'll create you an exclusive gift card for yourself. And then they just give you the code. And like when someone purchases it, if they forget to give you the gift card code, because we know who it's for, we do send you the gift card code as well. After your event, because it might be a surprise. So we send it after the event or after your birthday, just in case somebody was trying to surprise you. And then from there, we have all sorts of classes, memorial classes, like ones that have already happened was memorial, text effects, learning how to create SVGs, the switch up. It's a bunch of stuff on there. All right, so check out the website. I'm about to jump up off of here because I am outie 5,000 for the day. I probably be on TikTok from the house and just kind of having a discussion, but there'll be no more like silhouette. I can't show anything silhouette related because the computer stays here. All right. So I shall talk to you guys later. For those who had questions, hopefully this was a good breakdown for you to help you to make the decision to go ahead and invest in yourself and get this course. Start now, especially for the holiday season, being able to create those custom designs. Yeah, I need to actually print this image out because I won't be able to show it. But I'm going to be doing a live video talking about designing, right? A lot of the times we think that we have to do these over-the-top designs. And this is one where, would you believe me if I told you when I designed it, I was on the fence. I did not really care for it. And I got in my own way. And like once I saw it on the hoodie and saw everything together, it was absolutely amazing. Like, I mean, it looks great. The spacing on it. I was worried about the size. The size is actually perfect where you can see it in the front. I was so stressing about the size of the letters and numbers. I still don't like the sizing of the numbers and letters down here because you can't see the R in the 3. But I mean, you probably wouldn't see it anyway, even if it was smaller, because this is the way the skirt is. But sometimes we beat ourselves up for no reason. So this is a discussion that I'm probably going to have from home and just kind of a chill, relaxed session talking about just having confidence in yourself, having someone who you can send things to and be okay with them giving you their honest feedback on stuff. And even when it's good, learning how to accept that, because I stressed over it and they kept telling me it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I had a design one time where I literally spent an extra 6 hours figuring it out. Like I designed it and I was still stuck in my room late night because I kept feeling like something was missing, even though everyone kept telling me, Shakia, it's perfect, it's perfect. And we can be our own worst enemy in this journey because we will overthink stuff. And sometimes you just got to let it fly. So we're going to have just a little discussion about that because I'm pretty sure a lot of you in creative business struggle with that and knowing what is enough. So we're going to talk about that later today. All right. So if you're on TikTok, follow me, Shakia the Professor 365. And if you're watching now, you haven't hit that follow button, go up there, hit follow so that you're notified when I go live. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.